CSI Celebrity Style Inspiration.
Hi CSIers! Welcome to another episode of CSI Celebrity, Style, and Inspiration. I'm Isa Iglesias and we're here at the Manila Times office to personally welcome the Binibining Pilipinas 2023 winners. We are delighted to have Binibining Pilipinas International Angelica Lopez, Binibining Pilipinas Globe Ana Lakrini, and Binibining Pilipinas first runner-up Katrina Johnson, and hear straight from the girls their experiences and their plans for their respective international pageants just a few days after the Binibining Pilipinas coronation night last Sunday.
CSI Celebrity Style Inspiration.
Welcome again.
Thank you.
Here in the Manila Times office.
Thank you.
And we're very, very glad to have you here.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
So, a few days after the coronation night, did it all sink in that we were all winners of the pageant?
Wow, it took me days just to believe that I'm really the Binibining Pilipinas International 2023. It's really, it feels surreal. Sobrang grateful ako for Binibining Pilipinas organization for giving me this wonderful opportunity.
Yeah. How about you, girls?
Yeah, it's still a dream come true. It's only a couple of days. For me to put into words how it feels like, it's really, I can't. it's hard. It's still an imaginal dream, and for me to be the first one to compete in just a couple of months, I still need time to really digest it and to come up with a game plan and to make sure that I get that third crown for the Philippines.
For me, I truthfully don't think it's sunk in yet. I still think that there's 40 of us whenever we go to NFT. Honestly, I started off this journey not being a part of the top 35. And then when they added the additional 5 girls, I was the first one to be called. So that moment in and of itself, I thought, oh my gosh, is this a dream? To be not included in the 35 and then to now be here with my sisters in the top 4 is truly amazing.
There's a lot of people saying that we are the unexpected winners. Because well, the 4 of us, I mean, it's rarely
Not a
for
front
all
runner
of us.
for sure.
Even to get into the hot picks. There's a lot of hot picks going on social media, and now we're the big 4 winners. So it's really, we're beyond grateful for that.
True.
Yeah, and in connection to that, what were you all feeling at the moment when the hosts announced your name?
Well, have you watched the video? You can see it in my facial expression. I was really shocked when they announced the winner. And I was really hopeless that time po. Hindi ko talaga ina-expect because sabi nga nila, I'm for Miss Globe. And I believed in that. I believe in the opinions of other people because of my performance, of how I look. But, God can really move mountains. God can really make miracles. And now I'm the first, well, not the first, but parang binuhay ulit yung mindset ng mga tao na we can bring or we can bring another Morena girl into an international pageant, which is Miss International. So I'm so happy, and I'm really excited for what's about to come in my journey in Miss International 2024.
What were you all feeling?
Well, I think we all can talk. Angelica's reaction, her meme is trending everywhere. I was really grateful, and in that moment, I could actually feel that the globe is coming and rolling to me, if I want it or if I don't want it. And I was just open for it, whatever God puts into my heart and God puts into my way. And when my name was called, I was actually, oh my God, it's really happening. And I was like, this is a dream. That's why my reaction was because it was it's a dream come true. Is it real? Can someone come true? So yeah, it's really a dream come true. And then to see my parents on the stage was really the puzzle piece that was missing on that night.
For me, I just remember the morning of coronation, I was so nervous. I didn't have a voice. I thought, oh my gosh, is this a sign na dapat hindi ako makapasok sa top 10? And I remember before we went out for production number, myself, Rain, the second runner-up, and a couple of the other girls, we went backstage. There's Jesus on the cross in the Araneta Coliseum. And the four of us were in a line, and we prayed individually. We prayed together in a huddle. And I remember just going, with my hands, I just went, I surrender everything. I said, just give it to the girls that are the most deserving. At the end of the day, we want a woman who is able to represent our country with pride. And it would be selfish for me to impose that on myself, saying, no, ako lang dapat ang winner. I really wanted, you know, the girls that were most deserving. And so I really, going into the night, I was thinking, gosh, there are so many amazing girls na baka hindi ako makapasok sa top 10 talaga. Kasi sobrang, I mean, the competition was tough. We all have our own messages, our own life experiences and lessons that we're able to share. So when they called me for top 10, I mean, I was happy with just that in and of itself. When they called me for top 4, I remember I just kept saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's just been so surreal. I'm the first woman from Davao del Sur to be in the top 4. So to make history and also to kind of bring pride to my mom, myself, and my family, it means the world.
Can we talk about your advocacies and how are you going to use them from this moment on until your next pageants?
So my advocacy focuses on the less fortunate children. I'm part of a youth organization in my city, which is the Teen Goals organization, a youth non-government organization. So I've been participating in this organization since I was around 17 or 18 years old. And then we have conducted several outreach programs, activities, which is like feeding programs, gift giving every month of December, and as well as giving hygiene kits and school supplies to the marginalized children in our community. And I really want to strengthen it by not only, volunteering every time that we have this kind of activity in our community, but as well as in joining pageantry, because I know that in beauty pageants, your voice is, powerful. And the organization of Binibining Pilipinas is kind of aligned din naman po sa advocacy ko because they are helping the marginalized people as well. So I'm really hoping that the organization can help me reach, a lot of people outside, not only in Palawan, but as well as to the whole Philippines and as well as internationally to really, further support my cause, because I believe that these children really need people who can help them, perceive that there is still hope in this life. Because I know what it felt like po eh. I've been in that situation. It's really hard. Magigising ka sa umaga na ma-realize mo, saan namin kukunin yung pagkain namin, saan kami kukuha ng pangbaon. And even nga other kids, they are, out of school youth. Diba? So they don't have that kind of opportunity to go to school. So as much as possible, I want to, be that bridge for these children to give them a better life. So ayun, ako talaga as much as possible, I want to use pageantry in a good cause. Kahit na alam ko na, kasi when you join a pageant kasi, it gives you as well a fame, popularity. But as much as possible, I want to use that popularity in a good cause. It's really something that's close to my heart. I'm really true to my advocacy and I want to encourage more people to further support the marginalized people.
So my advocacy started when my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, because that was the point when I decided to study nutritional science. And then I dedicated not only my studies, but also my thesis towards her. And when coming to the Philippines just 2 weeks after graduating, I was really determined to focus on nutrition as my advocacy and proper nutrition especially, because 95 children die every single day of malnutrition. So it's really where I can use my own studies and my hard work here, because here it's really needed. And so my passion for nutrition really evolved in the Philippines, because it took me a long time. It was really a hard work to study and to finish my degree. However, now that I'm also involved with certain organizations like the USDP Guard, we're trying to educate more people about indigenous vegetables and that we can include them also in our day-to-day meals. I'm also trying to teach more people about having a proper diet and a healthier diet. And also, I just initiated a feeding program in Tondo last month, and it just fulfilled me so much. And I hope that with Binibining Filipinas, I'm able to do so many more in the country, not only here in Tondo or in Manila, but also in the whole Philippines.
Well, for me, my mom definitely really imprinted that love of service for me on my heart as a really young child. So I remember the three of us going to orphanages, going to Home for the Aged almost every month. And we would do kind of mini outreach programs just as a family. And so I remember being as young as 4 years old and saying to myself, when I grow up, I want to be a woman who helps someone every single day. And I didn't know how I was going to do that. I just knew I wanted to do it. And fast forward, I decided to take up pharmacy in college, and I thought that was kind of the perfect mix of being able to interact with new people every day in my community, but also being able to help them whether they knew I was helping them or not. And so kind of being in my first year of pharmacy, I realized that there is a lot of room for improvement in the healthcare system here in the Philippines. Not only here in the Philippines, but worldwide, but I especially focused here in our country. And as a student, I remember thinking, well, I don't want to wait another 3 years before I can do something. So I was able, I think that was in 2015, I was able to donate a sum of money to help Maharlika Charity Foundation. They are such a great outreach program, and they base in Davao. They actually do outreach programs, I think, all across the country. And from my experience with them, I was able to see there is so much to be done, but we cannot rely on our kind of non-government organizations to step up to the plate and really help our marginalized communities. So once I graduated, once I passed the board exam, I thought, okay, this is my time where I can kind of step up and do a little bit more. So I was able to kind of partner with different barangays in Davao. I've been able to donate medicines. I've been able to educate them as well. I've been able to educate little kids and seniors, kind of integrating what my mom was able to teach me as a child. And so that's been really fulfilling as well, but obviously there's still a long way to go, and I really do hope that we're able to achieve that sustainable, democratized healthcare for our country, because that would obviously lead to the betterment of our country.
Maybe you can share your advices to those who are, planning or dreaming of becoming the next.
Hard work really pays off. When I was a kid, my mother taught me that when you want something for yourself, when you want something to achieve for yourself, you really work hard for it. There is this phrase that my mother always tell us, that nothing worthwhile comes easy. You really need to work hard for it. Like every single thing that you want in your life, hindi kasi nakukuha lang easily. There's not an, easy like parang ayan na agad, nandiyan na kaagad sa harap mo. Hindi ganun ang buhay. Because in life, there will be so many rough roads along the way. There will be so many challenges. But if you know in yourself that you are really working hard for it, like if you're really working smart for everything that you do, and you put in your mind and your heart in everything that you do, then nothing will ever go wrong. And of course, with the power of prayers, I just want to share this because during the new year, so it's January 1, I wrote a manifestation in my notebook. It says there that January 1, 2023, I will be crowned, or I will have the title of Binibining Pilipinas. And then I have this, my favorite verse, Mark 11 verse 24. Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. And through hard work, of course, and the power of prayers, I was able to get the title, the top title in Binibining Pilipinas. So nothing is really impossible as long as you have faith and you believe in yourself and in God. Yeah.
works.
Yes, manifestation works, but of course with hard work, and di ba?
True.
Of course, manifestation works. It also worked for me. However, it is also determination. And especially what I realized since it's the second time joining, it's really about your preparations, but it's also in believing in yourself. And it took me quite a while to really believe in myself, to really start loving myself again, especially since I got body shamed last year. But I won the best in swimsuit this year.
Yes, girl.
And just loving myself and appreciating my body. And whenever I don't feel well, don't go to the gym. You don't have to go to the gym if you don't feel well. You can eat. You don't have to eat a salad every single day. You don't have to have a diet. And I actually managed to not have a diet the whole journey. So in that, it is really like the training, the preparation, but also staying close to your family, because they're really your core. And what I really did this year, like not like last year, because last year I tried to really focus on the whole competition, but this year I really tried to stay in contact with my family, like with my grandparents in Germany, but also with my family in Bataan, with my mom, with my dad, and also with my friends in Germany, because I feel like those are really the backbone of myself. And those people, they love me no matter if I have a crown or not. And to have them behind me and support me and guide me the way and believe in myself and push me up when I'm like, girl, I don't know if I can do that, but they're the ones that are, Anna, you can do this, I saw you do that. It's really the one thing that I needed.
For my advice, I think it really goes hand in hand with my final answer. Really staying true to yourself. My mom really told me that it's important to never stray from who you are at your core, especially now. There's a lot of outside voices. There's a lot of influences online. It's really easy to think that you're not good enough. It's really easy to look at girls like them and be like, gosh, I'm not achieving things in life. Kulang ba ako? It's really hard, especially when you're on the pageant stage and you're subjecting yourself to criticism. But I think if you go back to believing in your purpose, believing in who you are, your message that you want to send out to people, I think that really gives you the determination and the drive to move forward, despite what anyone might say, despite what bashing you might receive. I think that really kind of gives you the will to keep competing. Obviously, it's not just for the sake of winning a crown. There is so much more responsibility that comes with a crown and a title, that you shouldn't just focus on the fact that you have a shiny object on your head. You should focus on what type of legacy you're able to leave. So I think my biggest advice would be stay true to yourself. I think our batch is definitely showing that we can transcend stereotypes. We can challenge those kind of limitations that people are placing on women. So stay true to yourself and always be prayerful.
Thank you so much
for having
po.
me.
CSI Celebrity Style Inspiration.